Hey YouTube, this is Ace Fishing. I'm going to do another video today on how to clean your spinning reel. After a good day fishing at freshwater or most of the time saltwater, you should clean your reel because especially saltwater, there's going to be a lot of salt buildup and sand buildup in your reel, which would affect your reel, and your reel would die faster and sooner. So that's what I usually do. I just clean it right after when I come back home. So I'm just going to show you guys first what you need. So of course you need your reel that's been used. Use a white towel. I usually use a paper towel, but I'm just going to use a tissue. Some different sized screwdrivers. Your grease and oil, a few Q-tips for cleaning inside, and I like to use a wrench for the nut inside. So let's start cleaning the inside. So first off, start with your spool and your drag system. You just want to screw that off. Take off your spool. Now your drag system. If you have any oil or any sand, you want to just clean that off with your towel or a Q-tip. Just clean that off. And same with your inside, the top of your spool. Just get a Q-tip. Just clean around it, all inside. Just clean everything. And just place that aside for now. And you want to line it up so in order the way you take apart your reel, so it's a lot easier to put it back together. So now you have this little gear that you just want to take off. And you don't need, that's a gear, and you're supposed to grease gears, but I don't grease that gear since it's not really greasing any other gear or really moving another gear, so I wouldn't do that. And now you're onto this bar, you see, and there's that nut I was talking about. So get your wrench now. If you just want to do this, you can just clean the inside also for any excess or sand or anything. And now you can use your wrench, set that there, and just loosen, take it up, just take that out, line it back up here. You won't be needing the wrench anymore and later. And now you're here. You still can't take off the rotor, the main rotor, but there's that little screw right there, that black screw that's connected to this ring. That you can unscrew. So I'm just going to take out one of my screws. Just unscrew that. Make sure it doesn't drop because it's very tiny. So you just want to place that somewhere safe. Now you could take off that ring. Now the rotor can go free. Just place that right there. And usually I like to place items where they go on top of because it's a lot easier to keep. So now you're inside the rotor. And as you can see, that rubber and screws, we're just going to take these screws off because we need to clean that band. There. So just with this band, you just want to wipe off any oil, grease. Same thing for just like the drag system. Take that, place that right here, because you're going to put that back. Put the screws on the side. They're same exact screws. Now you have this ball bearing that can come out. Now you could take that out, and if there's any grease or build up on oil, you could just take that out or just wipe it down. I'm just gonna wipe it down and then take off that old oil. There we go. Now you could take a Q-tip and just wipe down this one barrel if there's anything. And also you can take this down and wipe that metal piece down. Just place it back on. And then with your ball bearing, you want to take your oil and just drop 1 drop of oil on the ball bearing. You don't need a lot. Okay, so that's 1. Now you can just place this back together. Alright, now you can screw these back together, and let's go into the side plate after this. Into the main gearbox, or the side plate. Now, I usually like to take off the handle, or it's just a lot easier to do. Well, you probably would do. So just unscrew that. The cap is coming off from this side. And there. So you have that. And the weird thing is about this reel, it doesn't have a ball bearing inside the handle, which most of them do nowadays. This is just a bit older version of the D-Wave. So usually you would oil inside there, just around there, on both sides. Now, how I was talking to you guys about how this reel is a bit weird with all these plastic or whatever material this is, you have to take all of these apart to it, which I need to take off this reverse switch. You have that part now off. It's just that, and usually there'd be 4 or 3 screws that are locked onto the side plate. You want to just take those off. And be a bit careful. All those screws off. In there. So it's kind of hard to pop off, so I'm just gonna get a flat head. Just wedge through the plate and it should just pop off. Line it that. There. Slowly take that off. And there you have the inside. Like I said, there's no bearing right there, so I just want to clean all this inside. And as you can see, this is there's a lot of buildup right there. That's all grease. So that's going to take a few Q-tips. You want to clean all that off. It'll actually affect your reel even worse. Once you clean all of this old oil off, it'll actually work better. And this one gear, this one big gear I'm cleaning off right now, is the one that you could take off. I just got a lot of oil on it. So also remember this, when gears you want to grease, and bearings you want to oil. So all that excess oil, once you got that done, set that down, and now take out your grease. For this gear, you want to just grease all these teeth. Don't make it too chunky, just enough for it. Now also to this teeth. So once you're done with that, I like to sometimes just clean off any grease that just went on to the inner parts of this gear, just all around here. Take off any chunks of grease, and there you go. That's one gear done. Now going back to the reel, there's a lot of grease buildup, so I'm just gonna take a new Q-tip. This is just going to take a while. Just take out all this. So now I could just move on to re-greasing. So let's just get our grease from here. Now you just want to go all these teeth, like from back here. Well, it's just basically these two gears that you just need to grease. Once you got enough grease on, just around the gear, you can just sort of clean off any other excess grease you got on the outer part, clean the bar, and that's just basically it for now. Place that down. Now take this gear, place it back where it was, make sure it locks on, and you can basically put it back together. Let that click back on. Screw this. Now back to the handle. Alright, once you screw that back on, you can put back the rotor. Now, actually, before that, if you want to do that right now, you can. But if your rotor is bail, just unscrew this. I'm not going to do this right now because I already did it before. Unscrew this. Just basically just clean everything down. You can unscrew this roller bearing. You want to oil this right here, just around there. Unscrew that. You can unscrew this, but most of the reels today have this spring that would shoot out, and I lost them before, and it's very hard to put back. So I wouldn't really recommend doing that by yourself. So I'm not going to do that today, but place this back. And like I said before, just place everything that you did. Now take back the nut. Screw this on. Take your wrench. Now add this gear back on top. Right there. Put your spool on top. Make sure I just like to tighten it down. And that's basically it. And also, if you want to do that, you want to oil your handle knob right here. You can oil it in this notch, which is kind of hard for my oiler. So I just usually just put it in this hole, which just spin around, gets in there. And that's basically it.